Well, here's our room by Michelangelo. 9248.
Come on in.
Thank you. Yeah. Hi everybody, now that you've made it in the room, let's talk about 15 things you must do to set up your cabin. So let's start with the key card. The key card is like your sail away card, your card that they give you that you will keep with you throughout your whole cruise, and vitally important because you need that card to check out when you're going out. So we start with the key card. That is used to put in the key card holder inside the room on the wall right by the door to keep your lights on, okay? Now that works out really good. But if you happen to have an extra old card, you know, from a previous cruise or just another card, sort of like an old credit card, anything non-valid, you can use that to put it in the key card holder to keep your lights on in the room. You know, we always do that. So if you look here, this is where you will put the card in the slot, and it will really keep your lights on, and that's really a good thing. So that's number one. Number two is introduce yourself to your cabin steward. They can be a wealth of information and a lifeline for you throughout your cruise. So let me go over some things that you can ask them to do for you, or just little informational things. So take a listen to this. They generally come around, they knock on the door, and they tell you who they are, and make sure to get their name. So when you see them in the hall, you can say hi. You can say also what you need. And these are the things that they can do for you. You can request wine glasses, a corkscrew, ice bucket, extra hangers, fan, and even the daily planners. You can also tell them of the time you wanted to get your room cleaned, because, you know, being very precise with them about that is really good. And that way they won't get off schedule with their own other duties. So make sure to tell them, you know, I'd like my room cleaned in the morning or in the afternoon. And did you know that most cruise ships let you bring a bottle of wine aboard? And that looks like this here, a 750 ml wine. So you can bring one each. You can bring one, and your partner can bring one. So that's pretty important to know. Because if you have your favorite wine, why not bring it on board and have it for, you know, maybe a balcony sitting, or just at night if you like it. Also, the daily planners can come in really handy. As you can see here, okay, the daily planners, you know, I always have the app, have it on me, but I like to go through it like at night a little bit. I'll go through it and I'll just look, because sometimes the app can be a little interesting, and if you're getting Wi-Fi, if the Wi-Fi is having a little difficulty at any time, you will know what's going on. And I always just like, I have my little bag, I'll keep my daily planner in there in case I'm in a place where the Wi-Fi is sketchy. So definitely, you just have to ask them, hey, can you give me, you know, a daily planner? And that'll work out really good for you. Number three, don't forget to put your wine in the refrigerator so it'll be chilled when you get back that evening, and you can have your wine. Number four, we're gonna talk about the safe and what things you should put in your safe. Number one, let's put our passports in our safe. That's something that you cannot be without while you're on your trip if you're using passports. So put that in your safe. And number two is car keys. You would not believe problems you can have with your car keys. So Men generally have car keys in their pants. So there's been a lot of problems with car keys getting kind of lost. I've been hearing about that. Whereas they could fall on the floor, you didn't know they were on the floor, you thought you had them, you get down to the car and you don't have your car key. And you cannot go back on the ship. Okay, so when you get ready to leave, if the passports and the car keys are right there, then you don't have to worry about, oh, did I leave them under the pants that I boarded with? Oh, where are they? You know, put your car keys in there also. Next, number 5 will be, now we're gonna hang up our clothes, and don't leave your clothes in your suitcases. Hang up your clothes, and that way you'll be organized. And I've seen people, and a friend of mine did that, went to their room and they had the suitcase open and the clothes were there. I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, always hang up your clothes. Okay, next, number 6. We're gonna store your empty luggage under the bed. The bed height is always 18 inches and above. So that way you can just scoot all your empty luggage under there. So that works out really good. And it's always my job because it's a really tight maneuver sometimes, even in balconies. So store your empty luggage under the bed. Now I have a tip about pulling out your equipment. And one thing that you really might need, now all the ships generally, for like a lot of the older ships, or I should say not the new ships, but the plugs are generally, the 120 plugs are generally across by the vanity, okay? So you need an extra large charging cord. So as you can see here, you get the long ones and you can just plug it in, and that way you can still have your phone next to your bed. So if you wanted to make that investment, that would be a really good thing to do. Next, number 8, we're gonna talk about bathroom etiquette. Okay, cruise cabins are very tight quarters. And I've found that, you know, if you have a little bottle of this potpourri, and this will be in your bathroom, and this is very good to keep everything nice and pleasant. So, and I got this on Amazon, and it had over 4,200 4.5 Google reviews. And the reviews were really great. And not only that, the only people that didn't like it was they might have thought it was overpriced or something like that. But it has excellent reviews. So this is one of your setups. You're gonna put this in the bathroom. Next, try having a clock with you. I hate waking up and wondering what time it is. I feel disorientating if I can't just wake up and, you know, glance at the clock. So as you can see, this clock here is very good. This clock not only is a clock, you can dim it up and down. It could almost be like a night light, but for those that don't want it, you don't have to. You can turn that the night light portion off. And it is also an extra USB plug in the back. So it gives you an extra plug, and you can see the clock. When you wake up, you can know where you what time it is of the day. That's really important for me. Alrighty, and so next, number 10, we're gonna put hooks up. And most cruise ships, I will say all cruise ships, the actual walls are metal. And if you have these hooks, so you're gonna purchase these hooks, as you can see here, from Amazon also. If you purchase these hooks, you just put them on the wall, okay? And what I like to do is I like to put them on the wall next to the door. We hang our jackets there, for easy access. Anything, you can put your purse there because the one I'm showing you has, I think it'll hold 80 pounds. So that's really good. You can put anything on there. So as you're walking in and out, you can pick up your jacket, you can put your purse there. And hats, really good for hats. So make sure to purchase some of these. You'll really thank yourself for having these. Number 11, which is really something. At first I was like, yeah, they could work. You could want these or you could not want these. However, this is my latest pack and I use door magnets, and we can write on this and put Al and Kim on there, or have a good day, whatever we want to do. And these are fun, put a little fun into your cruise. But what's really good about these is that when you walk up, you can find your room instantly. I'm always like having a count, you're walking down and you're counting. But if you have these on your door, whatever type of door magnet you would like, you will always be able to find your room instantly. So this has been a really great thing to have. Next, we're going to talk about what I find really important are night lights. I have this night light here I got off of Amazon. And what you do is you take the night light and you put it down. Remember, the walls are all metal, remember? So you put it down low. And so it has motion detection in there. So when you get up and you stir, it will come on to give you a safe exit from the bed and path to the bathroom. So this is quite handy, as you can see. And it has an on and off switch here. It has a USB to plug in, see, and then an on and off switch. So this will be very handy and really for your safety. Because some of the not so new ships, they don't have the motion detection for lighting already set up. Next, we're going to talk about setting your phone up, setting up the Wi-Fi, the ship's Wi-Fi in your cabin. So first, when you get on, remember we already had our internet the app downloaded, and you've scrolled through it a bit, got a little familiar with it. Once you're on the ship, go to settings and put it into airplane mode. We're going to cut out all the carriers, okay? So then you're going to go to Wi-Fi in the settings area, and you're going to look for the cruise ship's Wi-Fi. You're going to find it, and then you're going to tap on that so you can connect that. So connect that, and that should be it. So what we're going to do again, we're going to put it on airplane mode. Then we're going to go to settings again. Mine, I don't really have to go to settings to put on airplane mode. So you're going to go to settings, and then you're going to go for Wi-Fi, and then you're going to find the ship's Wi-Fi, and then you're going to click on that and connect to that. And that's how you set up your phone on board. It's pretty cool. And what I find most important, well, my husband finds this most important, and this is actually number 14, is what we do is, so now everything's all set up and we're ready to leave that cabin. So what we do is, he insists we go to the dining room. He always wants to see what table they've assigned us. And that's really important. You might want to try to get, I know it's kind of evening, but you still might want to sit, by the window or have your favorite. So you can go to the dining room. There's always somebody there standing outside, and you can ask them, where's your room? And then you can go check out your room. Okay, if you like it, check out your table. And if you like it, then you just go ahead and say, okay, and just continue on. And then ask him about times, is my time this time, And from my understanding, they give you 15 minutes grace period. If you're after that, they might give your table away. So you'll have the same table every night. So it is important when you go to the dining room, you ask them, can I see my table that I've been assigned? And that's your cue to get over there, take a look, yay or nay, and then you know what your dining experience is going to be. Number 15, check out the kids club. And when I say kids club, this goes down to infant all the way up to teenagers. Okay, so they have the various rooms where kids can go. So if you have an infant or a toddler, I suggest that you go there, go around and meet the staff, see if it's a good vibe for your kids. Find out the times that they accept kids, the time that they close, so you should be there. How early they want you to be there. Like if they close at 9, they might tell you, we want you there at 8:45. Check out the teens club and find out how long your kids can be there, when they're supposed to leave, or can they be there all day, what's available for them. We need to really, they're still, we're on vacation, but we gotta always check out for our kids, check out everything for our kids. And that's it for our how to set up your cabin for your cruise, 15 must-dos. And if you have anything extra that, for my next video that you would like to put in there, something I forgot, something unique that you came up with, send me a like. And with that like, also please just give me a brief description of what you would like me to put up in my next video, and I'll definitely put it in there. So along with your name, I'll say so-and-so came up with this. But anyway, well, thank you so much for watching this video. And please, if you like this video, don't forget to give us a like. And if you really thought we were your type of people, style, just subscribe and you'll see all of our videos. Every week we do cruises, we do land tours, and we also do RVing. We're on the go all the time, so see you on the road. Bye.